What's up, it is Deepo here from Deepo Gaming, and welcome to Game 2 between Fly and Believe, and this is last week's Zotac championship match. So this is Game 2, it is a best of 5 series. So anyways, let's get this game started. This game is on Twisted Meadows, and Fly is spawning as the blue orc player down at the left-hand position, and we have Believe playing his standard pink. I'm not sure if he used pink last game, but usually he always plays pink, and Believe spawning as the pink undead player at the top left-hand position. Not too sure if this map actually favors undead or orc. I mean, I guess I could go towards both, but I think I'd give it to undead players. I'm not too sure though. I don't know, I always thought that bigger maps for undead players could be a little bit more helpful, but it could also help the orc players, so I think it's kind of 50-50 actually. And Believe going for standard fiends, showing that first quick graveyard out and the crypt, so he's going to delay his death knight just a little bit. The build is crypt, graveyard, altar for standard fiends, and meanwhile we do have Fly going for standard orc as well. That would be pretty cool if he mix it up, going in like Farseer or something, but that hasn't happened since the Grubby days, and those are pretty fun games to watch. If you go search it up in YouTube, you can find some grubby matches between Lucifer and back in the day you went Farseer, which you don't really see too often, and it's always nice to see Farseer in matches. But usually when you see the Farseer nowadays, when orcs go, it's usually tower pushes. So if you check the replay out and it's Farseer and the game's really short, it's usually not too great of a game. It's just, you know, mass summons against mass summons, and hopefully whoever can mass more wins. Usually it doesn't come down to you know, micro in that situation, but I guess it could. Anyways, we do have Fly choosing the standard Blade Master, going for the grunt as well, putting his burrows in a decent position to guard the base from either side, and that's what orc players like to do on a big map like Twisted Meadows that have 4 spawning points. Meanwhile, we do have the Crypt Fiend as usual, and the Death Knight coming out for Believe. He is getting down that Ziggurat, and going to be interesting to see what the orc player is actually going to do, what Fly's going to do for his creep route. You can do multiple things on this map, but looks like he's actually going to be a little bit aggressive and maybe go out and no, he's going to pick up the circlet actually. So I guess that is the standard thing, and maybe the orc player will attack this. No, he's actually going to go for the standard null. That's most likely basically what they do. And I'm pretty sure you do you pick up? Yeah, you definitely do pick up level 2. After you take out these nulls, you need to go take out 1 creep from the side, I believe. I'm pretty sure you don't get level 2 from this early creep camp. Meanwhile, we do have the Fiend doing dragging as well, just like last game, and that's going to be basically standard. I mean, players don't really want to do anything too tricky in the championship match. I mean, there's 100 euros on the line, and basically want to do your fundamentals and just do what you've been doing to get there. And anyways, Fly get to pick up a Ring of Protection, not the thing he wanted, as I said here. Needs about 12 more experience to pick up level 2. Blade Master's actually going to just run back, and these grunts are just going to get a quicker start on taking down these gnolls. Meanwhile, we do have the creeping from Believe coming as well, and he's going to pick up almost level 2 as well. Hopefully he'll get a better item drop over here, as the instead of that little that little ring of protection that orc players really hate. I actually didn't sell it though, so he's still wearing the ring, but a little bit too late over here on the creep jack. Death Knight still sitting at level 1 though, and it will have to take down at least 1 null. Let's see if Fly's gonna be pesky and try to take down that null, and yeah, he does. And let's see what Believe is gonna do. Believe is gonna run back a little bit, maybe he's gonna try to focus down that the Blade Master, getting a nice critical strike there on the DK about down to half HP, and now he's going for this 1 Fiend, and he's gonna have to waste a coil. So maybe that's Fly's plan, try to waste all the mana on the Death Knight and maybe go for the creep jack, but no, he ran off instead. So Death Knight does achieve his level 2, and both heroes getting off to a quicker start than last game. So I believe he's going to use a Dust Appearance, maybe sniffing out a Blade Master, but the Blade Master actually ran back. Meanwhile, we do have the ring being sold. He did pick up a Boots of Speed as well, so he will be able to run around the map a little bit quicker. Meanwhile, we do have aggressive creep route coming for Believe. He's actually going for the Rock Golem, and the Blade Master will spot this. Maybe it's standard for Undead to do, but I always thought it was kind of risky playing in 2v2 and such. Maybe it is standard, not too sure on this map, but yeah, I guess that is kind of standard. I mean, they could go here or the gold mine, but the gold mine's a little bit more riskier just because well, I guess these trolls have ensnare too. No, I don't think they do. I don't think these trolls have ensnare. But the ones at the gold mine down to the left, I believe, space definitely do have ensnare. So that's a little bit more riskier to do against an orc player with that Blade Master always running around invisible. We do have this Blade Master trying to kill that one crit fleeing just like last game. He is going to get a nice critical strike there. We'll be able to take down this one fiend. It looks like no, there is enough mana on the Death Knight to aid that fiend. There is a dust appearance, so the Blade Master will have to run away, sitting at 140 HP, so he will have enough for about 2 more windwalks. Ooh, leaving the 2 items. Ooh, he should pick up that potion of invulnerability. No, he doesn't. And Death Knight actually picked it up. There is a surround by his own skeletons, and the DK is actually going to have to use that potion of invulnerability. It looks like there is a surround. No, there's not a surround. Blade Master still dusted. Now he's not dusted, but there is another dust, and Blade Master now is dusted again. And it looks like Fly is going to lose a grunt in all this craziness, I guess you could say. Now he's going to sneak out this fiend, but needs to be careful. There's a coil. Looks like Blade Master's going to fall. There is nothing on it, but Blade Master got out of there with another windwalk. With one fiend is going to hit the Blade Master, but not going to be enough. 35 HP, and he's going to resalve up once again. So very, very, very aggressive play there by Fly, and pretty interesting. Don't really see too much contact. Ooh, actually a nice little surround here by Believe, going for a little 3-unit surround, but Fly trying desperately to get this grunt out, but not enough, and that grunt will fall down. So losing 2 grunts early on for Fly, not looking too good here for Fly, but as well he did manage to take down or get a lot of damage on that DK, which is always tough because Death Knight cannot heal up on well, I guess you could heal up with Enhoria or slash Blightground, but isn't gonna heal up too quick, and DK always needs to tank just a little bit during those creep camps. And it looks like the Blade Master is going to get a crit on this fiend, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Take it down, and he's going to windwalk again. There's a dust appearance. Maybe he's going to go for the Death Knight. Death Knight needs to be careful. Does have the potion of invulnerability though, so if he ever does get in trouble from that Blade Master, ooh, let's check out the T2 hero actually choice. Going for Tauren Chieftain again, so Fly not doing anything too risky here. Not going for Shadow Hunter, but sitting at 3 grunts now, and he's going for standard like he did last time. I'm going to get those grunt Raider out slash grunt. He actually had about a lot of grunts last game. He probably had like 6 or 7, so that's actually really quite a lot for orc players, but definitely is very successful against the fiend army, and that's basically the best army choice Believe or a undead player can go against orc. Meanwhile, we have Believe going for this little no camp to the upper right hand spawn site. Meanwhile, we do have the Blade Master from Fly. He's going to spot this, and Death Knight needs to be careful. He's going for the Death Knight. Death Knight's going to have to use his potion and invulnerability. That's exactly what he does. Tauren Chieftain's in here as well with his endurance aura, but we actually do have the creep jack coming for Fly, and this the DK's going to have to TP. There's a surround, and he's going to have to TP, and I'm afraid he's going to have to TP any second now, and yeah, he TPs. Doesn't even want to risk it. Blade Master was about to destroy that Death Knight, and now Fly is going to be able to finish off this creep camp with ease. Tauren Chieftain going to get about halfway to level 2. Does pick up a circle as well, so maybe going to pass that to that Blade Master as well to get him as most as stacked as possible. Meanwhile, Death Knight sitting with only a potion and a mana potion, so not too healthy for the Death Knight, and Blade Master coming over here to sniff this out, and is gonna most likely try to use his 1 crit to on that Death Knight. Ooh, he didn't get it off actually, so didn't get the extra damage, and that's gonna hold him or hurt him, excuse me. There is a ensnare on the ghoul. I'm not too sure if that was just a misclick. Could have been from the troll. Not too sure, but Fly's gonna come in here. He does have that 1 Raider for ensnare. Death Knight actually just popped his potion right away, trying to go for surround here with the endurance or a little bit extra movement speed, but hard to catch up to the Death Knight with Unholy Aura. But there is gonna be a surround there using Speed Scroll. DK's gonna fall. Not looking too good here for Believe. Blade Master looks like he's in a little bit of trouble too, but there is no Frost Nova because Lich is only sitting at level 1. But the shots or the range attack from those fiends did chase down the Blade Master, so a very nice exchange for Believe, and kind of a rough fight here for Believe without that Death Knight to help aid his Fiends here, but the Fiends are actually doing pretty good work against this Orc army. Basically just need to micro around, and once the Orc army does attack a Fiend with Frost Armor, that the army runs a lot slower. Trying to go for surround here on this Tauren Chieftain, but I'm afraid he might not get it. He could get it with this little with the little Frost Nova, but I'm afraid he's not going to get it now. Tauren Chieftain will be able to escape with the extra movement speed of his aura. Meanwhile, we have another Fiend coming in to join the posse. DK about to get out 2/3. Let's check out the Blade Master, only about 1/3. Warmill is being put up, so he's going to go for a few Kodos, maybe some Headhunters as well. We are having some re-engagement, and just the secondary heroes against the secondary heroes, and the Fiends against the Grunts slash few Raiders. Nice micro there by Believe, getting that Fiend burrowed underground. This one Fiend won't be able to get underground, and maybe it will. Did get away with that Frost Armor, and he's got the barrel. There we go, and nicely done here by Believe, saving a few of his Fiends that probably should have went down, and he's going to take down this one Raider, it looks like, and Raider goes down, and Believe is using that barrel very effective. And meanwhile, that Tauren Chieftain is going to have to salve up and get a clarity on him to do anything to his undead army. We do have the Death Knight getting out. Death Knight really needs to pick up that level 3, and actually the Lich picks up level 3 before the Death Knight does, because the Death Knight died. And passing the boots of speed actually to the Lich. Picked up the boots of speed from the Ogre Magi, so that's kind of a decent item for the Lich. We'll be able to get some nuking, I guess, some quicker nuking. Maybe can do a little bit more chasing, a little bit faster with those boots of speed, which is always nicer for that Lich, because the Lich does move a little bit slow, and it's always nice to get a little bit more movement speed. And I don't think Fly notices that the whole army is actually here for our for Believe, and he's going for surround on the Lich, which is probably not the smartest idea, but there is a stomp, and Lich looks like he's gonna fall. No, very nicely done there by that Death Knight, saving that Lich, but Lich is gonna have to do something, or Death Knight's gonna have to use another coil. There it is, and very close calls there for Believe, and Fly almost had that Lich 2 times now, and there is going to be an ensnare on the Death Knight, and Believe looks like he's going to try to be aggressive in the situation. Does have 3 semi-low Fiends though, so I'm not too sure if this is the right call for Believe. But fighting at the Orc base, putting down the Blight Ground actually, so the Fiends will get a little bit more additional hit point regeneration. But if he is able to take down this Voodoo Lounge, that would be very helpful in pushing into this base. Meanwhile, he did cancel the salve on that Grunt. The Grunt army with 2 Raiders coming back in here. No Spirit Lodge, so there won't be any Spirit Link, which would be very nice against these Fiends. We do have a Kodo Beast trying to eat one of these Fiends. I'm not too sure why he's not going for it, but there is the Dust Appearance, is able to take down the Fiend. Was it the Blade Master that used it? No, it was the Death Knight that used the Dust Appearance, and he's trying to go for surround on Death Knight. No, he's not going for it now. Stomp, and there is an ensnare on that one Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend does have the Frost Armor on it. Tauren Chieftain is being focused down. There's a Stomp. Tauren Chieftain needs to pick up a potion. Does pick up a potion there, and he is going to be able to get out of it. Lich needs to be careful. There is a Dust Appearance being casted by the Tauren Chieftain, so this one Crypt Fiend is going to go down, it looks like, and there is the Lich looks like it'll fall. Does have the coil. Believe doing a very nice micro job here, but it does look like the Lich will fall down if there is another ensnare. Raider's trying to catch up here. This Raider is rejuvenating or regenerating. It's on cooldown. There is ensnare. Raider trying to keep in front. There is an ensnare. This other Raider has ensnare as well. Death Knight doesn't have enough for a coil, but he did pass the TP. So very nice micro there by Believe. Very epic battles coming right here. Not too many units, but these little small skirmishes are very entertaining between the Orc and Undead races. So anyways, Orc still staying T2. He's just going to go Grunts, Raider, and Kodos against the Orc army. And no need to go Destroyers, it looks like. I mean, he could go Destroyers, but there's really nothing to sap away. So maybe he's going to go Statues and Mass Fiends against this army, which is probably going to be the most effective thing to do. Meanwhile, we do have the Orb picking up the Lich, so Believe we'll be able to do some heavy duty focusing with the armor reduction coming from that Orb. Anyways, we do have the creeping coming from Fly. Fly will pick up level 4 and level 3 on the Tauren Chieftain, level 4 on the Blade Master, and we'll pick it up from the creep camp. And here we go, we get another little skirmish. Maybe Believe will have a little bit more advantage here, focusing down these Raiders right off the bat. Looks like this one Fiend will fall. No, countered by a Coil. Lich needs to be careful. He's standing in the middle towards that Tauren Chieftain, and that's exactly the first hero he's going to go for. And now he's going to go for a Stomp. Got at least 3 Fiends there. Death Knight being a little bit far away from his army, and actually did get a Dark Ranger out involved as well, so Believe using that silence, and Blade Master needs to be careful, and there is a lot of damage being taken on that Blade Master with that armor reduction, but there wasn't enough for Coil actually, trying to go for surround maybe, and no, didn't get it, but did manage to take down one Grunt on that chase, and I believe looking pretty strong here, just needs some more mana on that Death Knight, and he could be able to force his way into this base. There's a Nova on that one Raider. Looks like the Kodo's going to fall as well. Not enough move speed to run away, and Fly is going to lose quite a few units on this chase back to his base. Blade Master does need to be careful. Actually does have a Bracer, so if he does get nuked, he will be able to reduce some of that magic damage. It looks like this Tauren Chieftain will fall, though, maybe, possibly. No, does have a potion if he does get in trouble, but the first thing first, Believe is going to go for that Voodoo Lounge, and that's the smartest thing. Fly knows that will be possibly GG if he does lose that Voodoo Lounge, trying to heal up with 4 peons, and that's very, very sacred building for that Orc army right now. Doesn't have enough units to force out Believe in this situation. The only thing keeping in this is that shop, and maybe he's going to go for a base trade. Does manage to take down a skeleton over there, and really needs to start healing up with some more peons. That would not be good if this Voodoo Launch fell, and now Fly is ready to regather his army and force his way into this undead army. And now the Lich is being focused down, is going to have to use a Frost Armor, trying to back away from these Raiders. There is an Ensnare on that Dark Ranger, and there's a Stomp, but it's countered by a Coil. Dark Ranger still sitting here. There is a Surround, though. Does have that Frost Armor on him. There is not any hope for the Dark Ranger. Dark Ranger does fall. Kodo does fall as well. Does manage to get his Fiend back. Believe, yeah, he did need to TP, though. He didn't want to risk his Death Knight being taken down there. Probably a very smart decision there for Believe. Anyways, we do have Fly finally able to run out of his base once again, and gonna maybe go for a creep route, maybe try to pick up level 5 in that Blade, and that'll be very, very nice for that Blade to pick up level 5, get that level 3 Windwalk, or maybe possibly just go for a level 3 crit, which is always nice against undead, because basically what you want to do with your Blade Master against undead is just auto constantly attack, and that's basically what the Blade Master just does. Just basically does all the DPS for the Orc army, and can do severe damage with level 3 crit. Can get in the 200 range. Meanwhile, we do have Believe spotting this, and could go for some nukage here. Let's see if he's going to go for it. Doesn't have his Dark Ranger, but does have that DK and that Lich with nuke capability right now. Does have enough mana for both, and he is going for a Dust of Appearance on that Blade. Blade doesn't have any items to dodge it. There is a Speed Scroll, and let's see if he's going to go for the nuke Dark Ranger. There is a Silence. No Silence. I'm not sure why he didn't silence. Maybe not enough mana for the silence, but Blade Master does need to be careful. Is being salved up by that Tauren Chieftain, and Fly's going to have to run back to his base. There's a nuke on that Raider. Looks like Raider's going to fall. Going to try to get some blocking here by Tauren Chieftain. No, he is not going to be successful, and Tauren Chieftain did pick up a Lesser of Invulnerability, so if he does get in trouble, there's some blocking coming here on the Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain looks like he's going to get away. There's only a level 1 Endurance AR, so it doesn't have level 2 yet, but Blade Master really needs to get a Potion of Invulnerability on him or something, just in case if he does get in some trouble. There is actually a Silencing going for the focus on the Tauren Chieftain. He's going to have to pop the Potion of Invulnerability, and now the Blade Master is being focused. Ooh, actually coiled. I was surprised he didn't go for the coil on the Blade. He actually saved his Fiend. I thought that would be a very nice exchange, trying to take that down, but it looks like Tauren Chieftain's going to fall. No Potion of a Scroll of Healing, but there's a coil, and Death Knight needs to be careful. He's going to have to TP, and he does TP. Let's see if the Blade Master's going to go down, and Blade Master goes down. So very, very nice player by Believe, getting his DK out of there just in time, and managing to take down that Blade Master as well, and not looking too good here for Fly. Did lose both heroes in the situation. Let's see, his only hope basically is to pick up that Blade Master from the tavern. Let's see if he's going to do that. Most likely he will. Let's see if he has enough cash. Sitting at 45 out of 50 food with 380 gold, so he's mostly just saving up that gold for that Blade Master and Believe looking pretty strong here. Just needs to make sure he doesn't lose that DK. If he does lose that DK, it could be a whole different game, but basically just needs to keep the DK alive, and he's in very, very good shape. Most likely he could go for that shop, and it's going to be very difficult for Fly to come back, or he could just go for Burrows and Burrow rape him. That would be nice, nice too. Anyways, he did get the Blade Master back involved, but doesn't have any mana, so he won't be too effective. Could be nuked as well very quickly. And now we have the DK picking up level 4, so we'll have endurance. No, I think he just picked Death Pack just in case if he needed it. Looks like, yeah, looks like he just picked up Death Pack just in case if he ever got in unnecessary trouble and needs to kill a Fiend to keep that Death Knight alive. We do have the Orc Army coming back in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Grunts and a Kodo. Tauren Chieftain coming out soon, but it looks like he won't have enough food to actually get him. Sitting at actually 42 out of 40 food, so not looking too good here for Fly. I actually think he still gets the Tauren Chieftain coming out, but if he didn't make the Tauren Chieftain in time, he wouldn't be able to get or even click the Tauren Chieftain because he wouldn't have enough food. Meanwhile, trying to take down this one Kodo. Kodo doesn't even have a Fiend in it, so Kodo goes down. We'll lose that attack bonus damage, and Blade Master trying to focus down this one Fiend, and this is basically a all micro fight for Believe. Doesn't really need to worry about stomps. Finally, we have the Tauren Chieftain now. Doesn't have enough mana for 2 stomps. Only has enough for 1. Blade Master needs to be careful sitting at with no mana. Actually did get this Windwalk off. Sitting at no mana now and only about 1/3 HP. There is a coil on that one Grunt, and Grunt will go down. And basically, Believe is gonna go in here and try to take down the Burrows. Actually made another Burrow in the back. So sitting at 50 food now, or 50. I guess you could say food to burn, sitting at actually only 32 food. Let's check out how many food Believe has, sitting at 43 food. I Believe doing a very nice job. Actually a big radius of that stomp now. Looks like this one Fiend is going to fall. Not enough for a coil actually with a DK. DK sitting at 152, so he could go for a coil. There is a potion being casted on that Blade Master. Blade Master trying desperately to take down that one statue, but I'm afraid that may lose his life. No, he will be able to get away, sitting at 140 HP. These Fiends taking a bit of damage here without that Frost Armor on them. There is the Lich using some of his sacrifice some of those skeletons to get some mana regen. Another Grunt will go down, and this Blade Master really needs to be careful. Could get nuked very easily. All the Burrows a little bit far back in range, and but whoa, Fly sitting a lot of lumber. 1,500 lumber. Fly's gonna do his last bit of shopping and maybe try to get a crazy hero focus or something. Tauren Chieftain running up here trying to get some stomps on these Fiends, but the Fiends are burrowed. Looks like this one Tauren Chieftain is gonna fall. There was a coil, and then the autofocus did go down, and yep, Fly's gonna call GG. Blade Master will fall right there. So hope you guys enjoyed game 2. Game 3 coming very shortly. So hope you guys enjoyed this one, and peace out.